Hi there football fans and welcome to Transfermarkt TV International Friday edition. This week there's been a lot going on. Is Thiago too expensive for Liverpool? How much did Everton really pay for James Rodriguez? And Michy Batshuayi has joined Crystal Palace to form an all-Belgian strike force. But first we're going to get started with Sandro Tonali, who has completed his transfer to his boyhood club AC Milan. The Italian superstar in the making and touted as the next Pirlo has signed for AC Milan for an initial loan deal involving a €10 million fee with a buyout of up to €20 million, which includes a future sell-on fee. The 22-year-old three-cap Italy international started his career at Brescia, for whom he played 89 games, scoring 6 and laying on 16 assists. A very exciting future lies ahead of him at Milan. If anyone had suggested this transfer 6 months ago, they would have been deemed mad. But this is the year 2020 and James Rodriguez had joined Everton from Real Madrid on a free transfer, because why not? All credit goes to Everton for pulling this off, as it is quite simply astounding. The structure of the deal will see Everton pay a percentage of any sell-on fee, and at 29 years old, that is unlikely to be significant. I, for one, am excited by the prospect of seeing James in the Premier League, and I hope that the Colombia international can revive his career and produce some stunning goals, which is certain if he can rediscover some of his 2014 World Cup magic. Not done there, the blue side of Merseyside have snapped up Abdullah DuCurr, if that's how you say it, from relegated Watford for a fee of €22.1 million. The 27-year-old has signed until at least 2023. During his 4 years at Watford, he played 129 Premier League games, netting 17 and assisting 12. Not bad stats for a player mucking it out in the relegation zone and operating primarily as a box-to-box midfielder. Where Liverpool failed, Newcastle have succeeded. 22-year-old 12-cap Northern Ireland fullback Jamaal has moved to St James's Park from Carrow Road in a €16.5 million deal. In doing so, he becomes the Toon Army's 5th addition this summer, as well as securing Matty Longstaff to a new deal. Lewis played 28 games for Norwich in the Premier League last season as they were relegated, and he will be hoping for more success, potentially lining up behind fellow new signing Ryan Fraser on the left-hand side of the pitch. Quite the 3 years Ollie Watkins has had. He was playing for Exeter City of League Two in 2017 before moving up to the Championship with Brentford in a €1.8 million deal, during which he played 143, scored 49 and assisted 17, which included 26 last season in their big push for promotion to the Premier League. However, Watkins was deemed to be Premier League worthy, despite the Bees losing the final to Fulham, and has been snapped up by Aston Villa for a club record fee of €31 million, with a possible further €5.5 million in add-ons. Belgium international striker Michy Batshuayi has joined Crystal Palace from fellow Londoners Chelsea on loan again. During his spell with the Eagles in 2019, the 26-year-old scored 6 in 13. Upon returning to Chelsea, Michi played a minor role last season, racking up a mere 224 minutes of playtime. Amazingly, however, Batshuayi has scored 16 goals in 29 games for Belgium, so given the opportunity, he can be lethal. 23-year-old Scotland international journeyman Oliver Burke has moved to Sheffield United from West Brom on a 3-year deal, in what appears to be a straight swap deal with Callan Robertson heading the exact opposite way. 27-year-old France international and World Cup winning goalkeeper Alphonse Areola has joined Fulham on a season-long loan deal from Paris Saint-Germain. Deemed surplus to requirements of Parc des Princes again, although last season he was on loan with Real Madrid, it's a nice change of scenery at Craven Cottage for him here. There is also an option to make this move permanent if all goes well. Based on Fulham's last Premier League season, he could be a busy man when he's on the pitch. Another arrival in West London from France is Kenneth Tete from Lyon, in a €3.2 million deal with pending add-ons. The 24-year-old Dutch international fullback played a total of 80 games for Lyon, providing 9 assists. Sticking to their guns, Wolverhampton Wanderers are signing the rest of Portugal's hot young talent pool with the announcement of their 10th Portuguese player, with 20-year-old Vitinha joining from Porto. Initially on a season-long loan deal, with the option to make it permanent, he is the latest, and most likely not the last, exciting Portuguese talent to arrive at Molineux. And finally, news that all Leeds fans will be glad to hear. Their beloved and quirky manager Marcelo Bielsa has stated everything has been sorted. It's definite that I will be here next season. Depending on results, I am sure that that will be the case, or could he be the first manager to face the axe this season? Some mouth-watering confirmed deals there, and it's only going to keep raining with transfers at this rate. However, we've got some rumours for you which might take place over the weekend as well. So let's jump straight in Serie A, and Florenzi has been snapped up by Paris Saint-Germain from Roma. Undeterred by financial fair play rules, Paris Saint-Germain are on the hunt and managed to get their man. The 29-year-old Italy international would join on loan initially with an option to buy, presumably whilst Paris Saint-Germain suss out Bellerin for next summer perhaps. In what would be a statement of intent, David Beckham's Inter Miami are on the verge of signing Argentina superstar striker Gonzalo Higuain on a free transfer after his contract with Juventus was terminated by mutual consent. Still a player with lots to give, the 32-year-old has scored 306 and assisted 101 in 632 games so far in his career. My money is on him increasing that ratio if he moves to the MLS as expected. Luis Suarez's proposed move from Barcelona to Juventus hinges upon his eligibility for an Italian passport, which requires a language test, and it seems as if time is running out for that to happen for the 33-year-old. So, the old lady is making backup plans, and Edin Dzeko is on that list. The Bosnian is a known goal scorer and has demonstrated this in Serie A for the last 4 seasons, scoring 78 and assisting 35 in 172 games. Up next, a double dose from Bayern. Contract negotiations with David Alaba are ongoing, and he's demanding 25 million euros per year on a 5-year deal. A cool 125 million euros in total for the mathematicians out there. And if Bayern are unwilling to meet this, it appears Alaba is happy to see out his current deal until 2021 and get someone else to pay that instead, potentially Real Madrid or Barcelona. Thiago's 30 million euro price tag has proven to be too much for Liverpool. The 29-year-old Spain international has been instrumental in midfield for Bayern of late, and they will not want to see him go for anything less than 30, which seems reasonable. Atalanta are lining up 23-year-old Morocco international winger Amin Harit in a 20 million euro deal. However, with the recent sale of McKennie to Juventus, Schalke are reluctant to do business, but their ongoing financial struggles may force their hand. Someone who could be making the move from Germany to England or Italy is 24-year-old Kosovo international winger Milo Rzička. Despite being heavily linked with RB Leipzig, a deal failed to materialise, opening the door for Aston Villa and Napoli to enter the frame. Wherever Rzička goes, he will score goals. For Bremen, he scored 24 and assisted 14 in 74 appearances. After the recent success of former England internationals moving to the Serie A in search of a fresh start, see Chris Smalling and Ashley Young, Danny Rose could be next in line with Genoa, the most likely destination. 29-year-old Rose has 1 year left on his Spurs contract, but is desperate to leave after a nightmare few years, and Spurs would be keen to be done with his salary too. Signed in 2013 from Sunderland, Rose went on to make 214 appearances for Tottenham, scoring 10 and assisting 29, but a fresh start in Italy may be just what he needs. And last but not least, Liverpool have been playing the long game. 18-year-old Jeremy Doku visited Anfield and met the team back in 2018 when he was just 15 years old. However, Jeremy opted to stay at Anderlecht at the time to develop himself further. Very sensible. Now Liverpool are back and they mean business, spurred by the fact that Doku made his international debut for Belgium recently and scored. Knowing the value of their talent they possess, Anderlecht want a big fee, but financial difficulties could see them compromise. Perhaps manager Kompany will tip off his former employers and start a bidding war. Either way, Doku is a very exciting prospect. Okay guys, that's all we have for you this Friday. We hope you've enjoyed the start of some of the domestic leagues. Ligue 1, obviously, with Paris Saint-Germain losing last night, and the Premier League starting this weekend. All exciting, lots of transfers in the pipeline, I'm very sure, and have a great weekend, and we look forward to seeing you on Tuesday. Take care. Bye.